Sending MIDI CC to your MIDI controller. Lately I've seen a lot of videos on the internet, mostly on YouTube, where people connect a MIDI controller to their Octatrack. This is of course quite nice to avoid menu diving. I've set up something similar here. I have your track. I can, with this knob, I can change the reverb setting, the amount. It's on the FX page 2 and then this specific one. It correlates to MIDI channel 2 because it's on track 2. In this case it's a neighbor track of track 1. And there's a fixed number for this, so if you configure MIDI channel 2 and that CC number in your MIDI controller for a specific knob, and you connect it to the Octatrack, you can change the volume. This is of course nice, but it also introduces a problem, and that is that the value that you see here on the Octatrack can deviate from the knob position on the controller. So I'll make a quick example. So I have track 1 here, and let's say I'll add a lot of reverb. I go to track 2. It already starts with a lot of reverb. Well, of course, in that case it would be the right setting, but let's say that I don't want that. So on the first step I say have no reverb, and now if I play it, there is no reverb, but this is still in the wrong position. So if I touch the knob now, it immediately has a lot of reverb until I'm at the position where I want it to be. And that can be really annoying. It sort of jumps to the previous value and then to the value that you give it. In this case, with this MIDI controller, you can always send CC messages to the MIDI controller as well. So in order to do this, we go to the MIDI page. First we set up the MIDI in the right way, so I go to function and source. In this case I've already done it. I put it on channel 2, which corresponds also to this track 2. And on the FX, all the CCs are now off, but you can also do function here. And I set it to the same number that I put in previously. In this case 45, that's the 6th value of FX2. There's also an auto mapping option, but I couldn't get that working in this specific case. Now you see that currently they're all off, so I have to turn it on. And now on the first step I want the value to be null. So if I put it like this and I play, and it goes immediately to null. This doesn't always work. The thing is, with the Octatrack, if you send a CC value, it only sends the CC value if the last CC value that was sent wasn't the same. So to be sure, I put 2 steps. I put on 1, and the other one I put on 0. This way I always know there is a change in CC value, so it always works. Now I can add a lot of reverb. And as you can hear, or I hope you can hear, here in the audio side of things, I put the reverb to 0, and in the MIDI it's also set to 0 right now. So now the value corresponds to the one on the audio side as well. There's one other thing. In this case I'm playing a short 16-step loop. I don't always want to reset it to 0, of course, so I just pick the steps, press the right arrow, and then I pick first here without the little bar on top, because otherwise you get the not first and you only want it on the first. The same on the audio side of things. And now if I play it, let's see, let's say I ended the previous track with this amount of reverb. It resets it. Now I can start adding again. And it only resets if it's the first time it hits the step. So basically that's a way to keep what you configure on the audio side in sync with what you see on the MIDI controller. I hope this helps somebody. If there's any questions, leave it in the comments, and yeah, let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Bye.